Welcome back. As you just saw, today I'm going to be doing part 2, some more January doodles. So these are January / New Year / just winter in general doodles. I did get a request to share some more ideas, so that's what we're going with today. So starting out, I'm just gonna label my page here, more January doodles. So the first doodle is going to be a firework, kind of a New Year's theme for this one. I started out here with a gold gel pen. This was a Uniball pen, and it was not working for me. I think it's just due to the age. I have had that pen for probably about 10 years, so I think that one needs to be thrown out because it's dried up, I believe. So I did switch over to another pen here. I'll try to link in the description all of the markers and pens that I'm using in this video. I can't remember off the top of my head. I believe this is a Faber Castell, just based on what the cap looks like there. So I think kind of the key to making realistic looking fireworks is to do a lot of little lines that kind of swoop downward, kind of like when you see them explode in the sky and they start to fall with gravity. So I added a little bit of that. I think it helps, like I said, look a little more realistic. And adding some dotted lines as well to kind of give that effect of the twinkling of the light there. And then I'm going to move on to a little house. This is very wintry to me. Oh, hello, hair. Focusing on my little baby hairs. So this is really wintry to me, just an outdoor scene of a house, and it looks so cozy on the inside. So I thought this would be cute to include. Making a little window here at the top. And then I'm going to put shutters on this window because I think that's just going to be a cute little touch. And we'll do a chimney with bricks. So for the bricks, I just draw some horizontal lines and then vary on each row a vertical line to kind of give that appearance of bricks being laid there. So let's add a couple more windows. And the front door. It's pretty easy to doodle a house. It's just a lot of straight lines. So pretty simple. Adding some bushes out front. And to make curtains in the windows, I basically make almost the shape of a capital R and an opposite of a capital R to be like the curtain kind of pulled back, you know? And then this is how I like to doodle a like an evergreen tree, fir tree. Just doing a bunch of little lines like this, not completely filled in. I think it makes it look really cute. then a little trunk. I was gonna do some snow on the bushes and the tree, but again, I need to apparently go through some of my pens. The white marker that I attempted to use was completely dried out, so just skipped that. Did some smoke coming out of the chimney there. And I'm going to be jumping around a little bit with what I'm coloring in, and just to give the ink a chance to dry so I'm not smudging it as I move along to the next thing. So the pink up there was a pair of fuzzy slippers, which I'll go back and add some detail to. And then I'm doing here 2 champagne glasses clinking or sparkling juice, whatever your thing is. So adding some little bumpy lines to make these look like those fuzzy slippers, you know, the ones. These are making me think of that cartoon, the comic strip Kathy. I don't know why. I'm gonna have to go look that up. Did she wear slippers like this? Does anyone even remember that comic strip? So now I'm doing the 2 glasses here. I just went slightly around the gold for the drink inside because I wanted it to have a little bit of separation there. And then I'm going to take a smaller nib, so I'm using here my Faber Castell Pitt Artist pen and a small. And then I switched over to do these bubbles to my extra small nib, so they would be just tiny. Then doing a little bit of snow here, so this house isn't just floating in the air. I did decide to color in the door and the chimney as well. And now I have a little fireplace scene. I did edit out a little bit of this part where I'm using the ruler to make some of these lines because mostly it was my head. So we'll switch over to this view. And I decided to do a little plant on the mantle of the fireplace. This looks very much like our mantle in our house. We have a little Z plant on top, so that's what I was going for here. Pretty easy plant to draw. And then the little pot. Okay, and then we can get back to the bricks. So just doing vertical lines here. I used the dot grid on my journal. I just did 1 space between each row here. And I decided not to use a ruler on this because I wanted it to be realistic. And bricks aren't typically totally precise. So then just varying these vertical lines. And then moving on now to the logs in the fireplace. I've never been great at drawing fire, but I was pretty pleased with how this turned out. And then just filling in the leaves on my plant and so on. Using my Crayola Super tips here, and that color was just perfect for bricks in my opinion. I was really happy with that. So for the fire, I'm doing red on all the outside and then getting into orange and yellow for the center where it's hottest. Cozy little fireplace scene. Okay, and lastly, I did doodle at first just a pair of earmuffs, and then I ended up drawing a face inside it, and then before I knew it, I made a little self-portrait. So starting out with the earmuffs here, you could of course just do earmuffs and mittens and gloves rather than doing an actual person wearing them, but does anyone actually wear earmuffs? I haven't worn earmuffs in a long time. I did wear them as a kid. My brother and I called them ear muffins. We had ones that looked like little pandas. They were so cute. So filling in the hair here. And I did go over this with a fine liner just to add a little bit of detail. It's kind of hard to see on camera. It does show up a little better in person. So yeah, a few more ideas for your January winter doodles. And I hope that you enjoyed. See you next time.